What's going on, guys? We're back with another video. Just kidding, not back with another video. We're going to be live streaming. So if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. We're going to be answering some questions. We're going to be talking over the Mermicornos. We're going to be talking about the comics. So yeah, let's get into it. Got some nice little jazz music. Started off, production by Ben. Let's go.
All right. Shout out to Beyond the Fan. Shout out to the Omi homies. I guess they were referring to us, but yeah, I don't know much about WandaVision. I am hyped for this.
Music's too loud in the background.
Yeah, I know. I need to turn it off.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay. Shout out to everybody in here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for all the support. Really appreciate you guys. Yes, sir.
Let's go. we gotta look over the. Oh, we gotta look over all the Mermicornos because there's actually some sweet ones.
What do you think Superman will be by the end of the year?
Ooh.
Honestly, I could see this Beyond the Fan. If we like 10x our user base, I could definitely see Superman minimum 10xing.
So what would that be? 10,
well, like 10, from 1,000, I guess I could see 10K happening. I don't know about like 20 or anything like that, but that could be, definitely happen.
If it was 10K, it'd be $88 million.
Yeah,
value.
If Superman's at 10K, though, a bunch of other stuff I think will be moving in the background too. Like
I feel like maybe I'm thinking 6. I don't know, because there's gonna be a lot of Superman, so could be pretty high there because it's the first appearance.
Let's go. What's up, Jennifer? Let's go.
Have you guys been making any purchases in the marketplace right now? Because it's going bonkers. Like,
yeah, for real. We do want to talk about that a little bit. What's up? Yo, we got Butt Thompson in here. Let's go. It's been a minute, baby. I was watching your walk to the grocery store, one of those live streams. So shout out to you, because I could feel how cold you were in that video.
I went back and watched them too.
What's up, Sebas? Omi homies, let's go. Best drop to catch. The Mermicornos series 2, is that what you're talking about?
Labbicorn. Wait, I gotta check the Labbicorn prices.
Let's see.
Oh, are you?
Oh, I need to share my screen for it. Could you see that?
No, I can see like down below, but they can't see. Hi guys, what's going on? Adventure time to the moon. Let's go. Just picked up 2 more fins today. You already know. Got 7 of them now. Let's go, Baldo. Let's go, yo. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman are all part of the DC Trinity. Yes, they are. I'm trying to think. Pretty much anything DC is pumping right now. No gems, LOL. Loving the pump. Let's go.
Where's the Labbicorn? 468. I feel like that's not that bad. I see. I don't want to give away anything, but I see the
far back as you go.
In terms of time.
Oh, I think mine's up for 490.
Better be careful there, mate.
Yeah.
All I know is I see the Labbicorn and the Neon Visible being the grails of the Labbits for a long time. And I see them surpassing 1K in the near future, especially if we go on IMX. I see both of those filling in like the backstab spot. Because in terms of product, they definitely outcompete the backstab. The backstab is just a case of mint and scarcity, but
yeah, but they do have that. I don't know. I still love the backstab, the black one. So
yeah, I like them. Just like, would I spend like triple on it? No, because I think, or I don't even know, triple.
I think
quadruple.
I think the Neon and the Labbicorn are going to get the first pumps, and I don't think we've seen the pumps yet.
Yeah, like we saw a minor pump before. I think they touched 700-ish, but even then, I still think we're going way up. And same with Wonder Woman, which this is kind of something we were going to talk about, but the recent pump, I think, was mainly some people caught on to DC Direct, or finally, I guess, acknowledged the importance of DC Direct and how since Todd Mack and Eddie Riso or whatever were dropped first on the app, and that is the DC Direct license, that is like the very first license ever released on the app. And so I think that's why all of the like Batman's, why the Wonder Woman has pumped, just because I think people are kind of buying into that very first license ever released on Veve. which is understandable because that's like historic.
And just a second ago, well, not even just, I don't mean like just an actual second ago, but I'm saying like a couple or like a week and a half ago, everybody was on the Marvel and Disney only like wave because those were like going to be, those were the ones that are taxed, and like those like seem like the most important because it's like Marvel and Disney, like buy everything Marvel and Disney. But people were definitely sleeping on the DC because people were literally only buying Marvel and Disney just because it was Marvel and Disney.
We've been saying forever, and I still will stand by this, that like Harley Quinn first appearance will be over 1K very, very soon. Like that same with first appearance Joker. Joe Mad is kind of leading the pack, which is understandable because it's in the very first drop, but eventually Joker and Harley Quinn will follow Joe Mad and surpass 1K. Like I'm very positive of that.
I think they're going to be, I think in 2 months, they're Joker and Harley Quinn are both going to be over a K for sure. Yeah. I picked up a Wonder Woman in the app. I already have her in real life. Let's go.
Let's go.
I got a few Wonder Womans too. I think she looks really good. A lot. I saw some people saying she didn't look good. So we got some Wonder Woman haters, but yeah, I mean, I think they look good.
Yeah, that Wonder Woman is very crispy. A nice like balance of
cartoon and real.
Cartoon and definitely.
I'm from Jamaica. Just kidding.
I'm from
Michigan.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
We revealed it. Big reveal.
Yeah.
Michigan boys.
I just finished the hoverboard set. Let's go. Yeah, I picked up an extra ultra rare because it seems a little too low, especially when when sets come out and everyone's like, oh yeah, sets are a thing, and like they want the master collector's points. I think it's gonna get a little pump because they're a 5 collectible set compared to a 4 collectible set, so you're getting more master collector's points, and it's like only, what was it, like 280 or something? So I think it's pretty slept on. And in the VV-verse, like the hoverboard sets are gonna be whipping around and stuff. So
we're less sleeping on it. I'll admit, like we've been closed-minded to OpenSea, but I think it's for good reason, honestly.
It's too hard for the average user to get in.
Yeah, that ease of access is so important in addition to like gas fees. Because originally I thought that it was more of like a front end tax. You pay it up front, but you're still taxed on sales in OpenSea, and you have to pay gas literally everywhere. Like if you want to waste and burn money, unless you're really rich, like OpenSea is the place for the average or poor man to go and waste all of their money, because I literally, just to be able to like swap tokens or transfer things, there's like $40 gas fees left and right. And I was trying to do like a $70 purchase and ended up paying like probably just as much as I did for the NFT just in random gas fees. So that aspect, and I think the products, the market is oversaturated with a bunch of projects that don't really have anything behind them. It's just somebody looking to make a lot of money and then some royalties by making some random portrait project most of the time. And so there's just an oversaturation of those type of projects. And then all these people who have come into the space, found out they could make money, and now just continue hyping up these new projects. And I feel like it's just like a pump and dump.
It's an endless hype cycle.
Yeah,
for sure.
Whereas
there are some cool projects.
Yeah. But Veve, I think their products stand out so far. We could see other people compete with them, but I still think their products stand out. The licenses are obviously a big deal, and they've been working on it for a while. They haven't just abandoned ship. And
they've been Vive's been working on this
for
like
years.
3 years. So over 3 years probably now.
And
so I think they're ahead of the game for sure.
Some new Twitter project that comes out, a month ago saying they're going to do a 10,000 randomly generated like dog profile thing where like you get, for ownership, you get a physical random little one of one dog eventually or something. Like, I don't know. That just doesn't appeal to me. I definitely think there's insane money to be made. I don't understand how the money flows through that market, but I think it's a money opportunity. But in general, like I just, in terms of the product, which I've been trying to look at, Veve takes the cake.
Yeah. This person said I bought Dill Pickle. Yo, shout out to Dill Pickle. He said he bought a common Steamboat Mickey. I think it'll go up. What do you guys think of Golden Iron Man? I want to buy it, but it almost went up almost 200 in the past 2 days. I mean, everything's pumping like crazy. I mean,
I don't think now is the time to buy. I was just watching a video today. I think, who was it? It might have been Andrew Ellis, or no, it wasn't. Who was it?
Somebody
it was
posted a
somebody.
video.
No, it was Meet Jeremy Padawan or whatever.
Oh, really?
They have a channel. Shout out to you if you're in here. I
Yeah.
can't. We're
I've watched a couple
lagging
of
on the
those
comment.
videos.
Yeah, but he was saying like, you know, the worst time to buy is when FOMO's happening on the upward trend, and that's where we are right now. And I definitely agree with that. That like the pump has happened. We've missed. Like if you haven't made profits yet, you've probably missed out on this round. There
I
could
know.
be
Whoa, whoa,
another
whoa,
pump,
whoa,
but
whoa, whoa,
what do you
whoa.
think?
We ain't done pumping though. I think
Yeah. Long
tomorrow,
term, no.
or no, not even long term. I think we're gonna get a little bit more of a pump today and then tomorrow. But I think when the AMA hits, you got to be careful on the AMA because the AMA could come out saying that money transfer license is coming soon. That'll dip the market. But they could also say DC's coming on Immutable X, and if they say that, then there's gonna be even more of a pump. Everything's gonna start pumping if they say anything about Immutable X. I feel like so there could definitely be a pump even after Friday and like into the weekend too.
Yeah.
So
I
would
should have clarified that
yeah.
DC Direct is more so what I was referring to. Like that pump, I think you've missed out on the majority of the profit. But we could, if they announce that about IMX, the DC Direct stuff and anything else that they mention is going to moon like immediately because we've seen the IMX hype materialize before and that was crazy. So
yeah, but for the Golden Iron Man, it honestly hasn't pumped like a lot. Like the Golden Moments hasn't pumped like crazy. So if you think the market's going to keep pumping, I think the Golden Moments are decently safe because they haven't pumped like crazy. But I wouldn't buy into anything right now, at least that's pumped like a crazy amount. Like I wouldn't buy anything that's like doubled in the past like couple days.
Like
just because that's never the time to buy. Just because people always take profits after. So keep that in mind. What do you guys think of Steamboat Mickey? now he's looking a little more decent, but there's still he's still held by so many people. That's the only reason like I'm kind of scared because I know a lot of people are holding like 10 of them and 11 of them and people need to take profits at some point. So if another thing drops and they don't have the gems, they're gonna have to sell some of those off. That's the only reason I'm not like getting into it right now. But I think in the future I definitely like it's a cool little thing, but I just think too many people are holding too many of them right now, at least.
Yeah. Also kind of related to that, oh man, I'm like forgetting what I'm about to say now. Hold up.
Prices is booming, yo.
Oh, about like in terms of blue chips, I think it was an NFT Pirates video with his brother, that podcast, but they mentioned like the real blue chips are the ones that don't dip when everything else dips. That's the real blue chip. And when it comes to Steamboat Mickey, I feel like we saw how it was more so the hype of it being a blue chip rather than it actually being a blue chip. Because like Carter said, there's people who stacked up thinking that would be an opportunity, which it was a major opportunity, but people were stacking up, bulking multiples. At some point, they're going to sell off, especially when the next shiny thing comes out. And so I think it kind of, we've seen that, you know, that Mickey isn't as strong of a blue chip as we might have thought. And I thought that was interesting. But I definitely like long term, that thing will continue to increase. It's just, it definitely seemed slightly overhyped, you know, recently. But I think it's at a better price point now, like Carter was saying.
Picked up Wonder Woman, Storm Common, Damian Wayne F8. What's that?
Damian Wayne.
Oh, is that the Joker? I think that might be the Joker, the little kid Joker, maybe.
Little kid Joker.
Yeah, the FA in Series 5. And Harley Quinn, red and black. Oh,
what the?
Oh, so yeah, and then they got Beyond the Fan also picked up the one with the stand. I can't remember what she looks like though. Oh no, I do. The one with like the gun in the back or whatever. She looks cool. If that's the one I'm thinking of. I think maybe not. I don't know. I do know it has a stand, and I know her hair is. I know what it is, kind of. Will Veve become a space for only the filthy rich? No.
I don't. Eventually, like I think, you know, if Veve stays on a good trajectory, 10 years from now, they are, you know, extremely popular, like Pokemon Go level. The majority of everybody owns a Veve collectible or takes part in the app in some way. Then I think, but I don't think it's ever going to be like exclusive for the rich. I just think they'll own the best collector, like the season ones.
Yeah,
they'll own the best mints, like we've seen with Lewis Morgan and stuff like that. And people who have come in with a lot of money, they're buying up specific like grails. I don't think it's only going to be rich.
Yeah, we're all going to get paper handed out of our stuff, sadly. I mean, most of us at least. Like, even like me, like I'll be like, all right, I'm not going to sell this until like 2 years, and then I'll be like, shoot,
It's
it just
kind of
jumped.
tempting.
Like, yeah, like that's a
Yeah.
lot of money. I need to sell that and pick up some of these maybe. But I mean, I think Vivi's always going to just keep increasing the edition size. So
Yeah.
everybody's always going to have a chance to get like a small chance to get a drop. And I think it's just going to keep continuing. I don't think they're going to start limiting the stuff more. Like, if anything, there's going to keep overall growing the mints of the characters, I think.
That's why I think, because my approach to Vivi in general has been like, I guess maybe dollar cost averaging like Vivi and just collectibles in general, because like selling a season 1 collectible hurts so much now, because in the future, like I'm pretty confident that in the future every season 1 collectible will be like over 1K eventually, like even the worst of the worst. And so I don't know, like that's something really hard for me to part with and thinking long term. And so that's why, like, I don't know, a lot of the newer stuff I'll definitely lean towards flipping when it could be for older stuff, just because I know
depending
those
on what
older things. Yeah, it depends. But like some of that older stuff is going to be really difficult to get back, in my opinion, if I sell at certain points. And that's where I'm at right now with this DC Direct pump, because seeing Joe Mad jump up over 1,000, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is so nice.
You can buy a physical TODD if you go on eBay and you type in black and white Todd McFarlane, but you have to make sure you're getting the first edition, because the first edition is going to be the one that's valuable, because they had a first edition with like 5,500 editions. And then like a couple weeks later, right after they sold out, they're like, yeah, we're limited to 5,500 editions. And then they're like, all right, let's put a series 2 out and say like it's a little different. And it's basically the same exact thing, except people are going to care about that first edition thing. So just make sure you get one for first edition. I'm guessing there was one for 400 a couple days ago. I'm guessing it sold, but there was one probably up for 750, which I think might be a guy that is in the VV. So
are those verified? Like, are they verified through eBay as being authentic, or are you kind of risking that you might be buying something that's like fake?
You gotta make sure the person has like 100% like seller's feedback or whatever, and like they have good ratings. I wouldn't buy from just like a random person. That's true. I don't know, I was gonna buy one, but then I was kind of thinking like I don't really want to go through all the stuff of selling it and stuff, even though like I mean, you can make some money, but
it's so much easier to list
scammed. And
on Vivi though, you just list it in the market. I mean, you can list like outside, but
and you don't have to go ship it and all that stuff. But if you're thinking of actually like holding it, then I would definitely consider that, because it's at a pretty good price right now.
Yes.
Congrats.
It's been, that Wonder Woman has been slept on for a while, and I've heard other people talking about that Wonder Woman could pump, and I see that going over 1K in the near future as well, just because I feel like, okay, let's say Wonder Woman, which she's almost as popular as Superman, right? Like she's up there in the top like 5 or top 10, right?
Yeah, she's got like, I don't know, when I checked like the pages for like all the people, she's one of the biggest superheroes for sure.
Yeah. So even if, which to be like conservative, even if she's half as popular as Superman, ideally she should be less than half the price of Superman. And if Superman's like touching 3K or whatever, I definitely think Wonder Woman should be around 1K minimum, or like 800 to 1K. And I feel like we'll see that happen in the near future, because I've seen people talking about maybe making moves with Wonder Woman, but now that we've seen this movement, they might have switched up a little, since it would only be like a 2x maybe. But I think other people see that. I'd be interested to know what other people think. But
I also had to get the full Voltron set, first Universal set. Got to get into what is low when others are pumping. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely agree. Finding those gems that aren't being pumped in the community. Definitely agree.
Yeah, if you guys are trying to make money, I think NFT Pirates was saying this, but like I definitely agree. Like after something pumps, buy something that's kind of similar. So in their video, they were talking about buying Robin, because Robin goes with Batman. Batman pumped like crazy. Robin didn't pump, so they bought Robin. Yeah. And you have to like buy the things that people aren't looking at. So then when they go up, you can take those profits and move them into the thing you actually wanted to get. But be careful, because like you got to obviously know what you're buying, and don't just buy like, if I don't know, that I don't want to make like an example that would confuse people even more.
It is risky, but I do think tracking things related to collectibles pumping because like DC Direct is one of those connections where like people probably saw some of those and eventually figured like, oh, the first set is pumping. What about the first license? And now we're seeing that boom. So I think I don't know, we'll see a bunch of different waves like that, but I definitely agree with that little strategy. Because like, I don't know, Mermicornos, we saw Series 1 pump when this news got released about Series 2. So yeah, definitely catching on to those little kind of connections between things.
FA Hot Girl slept on going up in the market. She's
What's
at
she up
228. 228.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I just bought another. I have 3 of them now because I
Let's
mean
go.
that's
Yeah.
one of the cheapest sets you can get, and that's the first DC Direct, and it's got Wonder Woman. Like that's a set that people are always going to look at because of Wonder Woman's in it, in my opinion.
That's true. Yeah, first artist alley could be big because we could see first appearance Flash, first appearance maybe Green Lantern. No, I don't know. I think there's a few things that are first appearance though. And the second appearance Superman, we could see that in DC or in the artist alley. So I think also whoever was mentioning, someone mentioned Superman, didn't they? Like buying Superman. Yeah, I think that's
once
one
the
thing.
second appearances come out, they're gonna go crazy.
Yeah, that Superman I think is definitely gonna pump at least a couple hundred when the second appearance comes out. We'll see.
Does it have a birthmark? Wait, what is this? I don't know what it's talking about.
Does it have a birthmark?
Oh, Wonder Woman, that is.
Oh,
is there like a special? I don't know.
I have no idea. Interesting.
Teen Titans when? Yeah, for real. I mean, we got Starfire. I'm pretty sure, is that the same thing or what? Because I'm confused of how Starfire is in it, even though Starfire,
I don't think it's the same.
character.
Yeah, I think it's a different character. But I am that Teen Titans Go, those collectibles, I think are like the perfect type of art and collectible style to go in VV. Like the cartoonish that can be kind of perfected. Like the same with Pokemon. I know that gets thrown around, but like VV literally has the perfect format to do those type of cartoon characters.
Crazy. I want to see Tom and Jerry.
Let's go, Hunter.
And I want to see
Jerry
and like Jerry running around in the VV vault. I mean VV vault.
Yeah,
shout out to VV vault. Into the vault, and then like Tom like chasing him around. Yeah, and, like he could like stop it for a little bit and be like breathing, and then like run again or something.
Yeah,
have imagine it like all animated.
You own both of those, and you can like set up. Is Tom the cat? I don't know.
Tom's a cat.
Yeah. Jerry, if you can place Jerry's little like hole in the wall anywhere around your vault,
he could run in it.
Yeah. And you like while you're looking around, you just see them like chasing around, or like they even have the animations with like the bat or something.
Clean. Yeah, people are sleeping on the MCP points. The points will help you get what you want from drops in the future. Yeah, I think we're gonna make a video on this at some point in the future, but in the near future. But I mean, me and Ben were talking about this the other day. Like, they came out with the Omi article, and that was targeted towards the everyday person. It had ranking tiers at $1,000. They had ranking tiers at $5,000 and $10,000. Do you think they're going to put the MCP points only targeted towards whales? Because I don't think so. I think it's going to be targeted towards everyday people, and the whales are going to get like, they're going to obviously be competing, but it's going to be targeted towards the everyday person. I think they're going to be able to get like collectibles or badges and stuff that people are actually going to want. So
it's MCP is a nice incentive, but I wouldn't make that your priority. Like, I don't think it's going to make or break drops for you, but it can definitely give you a slight advantage, I think, for drops that you'd normally have zero chance at.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really interested to see how it goes. Powerball?
Let's go. That's the lottery.
The lottery. Right? Yeah, honestly. I only have
an uncommon Santa Labbit. Should I buy the cheapest one to breed with it, or should I get a nice earlier season one? I think the only thing is, I don't know. The Santa Labbit's always going to be cool because it's got the Santa thing, and I think you can put that on most bred Labbits, and it's going to be cool. But
yeah,
I mean, the ones that are going to take the cake are still going to be those neons.
Yeah,
and the
neon and Labricorn.
Yeah.
Those are definitely following that. I think I would prioritize the Series 1 if you can. But besides that, I think the Hooverville, I think, is like second tier for me. Same with the regular visible. Same with like the Smork and red. And then like third tier, I'd say, are like Choices Cuts, maybe the mustache. The Corpseman I'd say is between 2 and 3, but yeah, I guess collect what you like, but also try to time out that Labbit like when you're picking those up, because the next catalyst I see for them is IMX. And if you buy them before then, I think you're in good shape. But if you wait to buy after, or you wait to buy at a pump before we see another dip before IMX, then I don't know. That's because I've been eyeing the Labbits, and I'm trying to think about the best time to buy in as many as I can, because I do want to get some Labbits for the future.
They really didn't get much of a pump from this little pump, though.
Yeah.
I thought the Labbits were going to get a lot of love because of IMAX coming up, but nobody's looking at them. So that's definitely a good move. And you also got to remember, I mean, this is kind of early, but remember that there's these Labbits that maybe aren't that good for breeding, but if there's any kind of gamification and you can get in a Labbit at like $60 instead of all the other ones at like 500, that's still something to look at too, because if you can play a game with just like this Labbit or whatever Labbit, then I think that'd be really cool.
I would consider, because I've been thinking about, I know breeding is a big deal, but I've been thinking about buying the ones that I don't even want to breed. I want to like preserve their genetics or whatever, because like the neon visible. Okay, so when you breed, you get a Litten, right? I don't think the Litten will look as good as the Labbit, honestly. And so I think that even though there'll be this demand for the breeding and stuff like that, I still think the OGs are going to be rare in their own way, just because I think they'll look kind of the best. And I don't know, they're just so detailed. And I think I'm really interested to see how they do breeding, if it'll be random or like predictable. Like, I think it'd be sweet if every time you breed, you have 3 options or like 2 options you can choose to have it bred and turn out like one of 2 ways.
That would, and I hope it's like that. You can pick what you want from which Labbit,
or at least you have some kind of choice as to like how it'll turn out looking. I think that would be cool. And just
that's with Hunter's Save the Martians NFT project, he can like choose what he wants from each one, and then they like breed together and it morphs. It's super cool. So hopefully it's the same kind of thing like that. But back to this real quick.
I'm on Polygon, and it's still hard for the average person. If you've made money and you have ETH sitting around, I could see how gas fees are nothing, but for the average Joe, that stuff be hitting. I've spent more in gas than I put into projects. So
there are a ton of rich people on there, though.
Carter watched me try to take my Polygon out and literally either turn Polygon into something else or just take it out or get it anywhere besides Polygon. And I spent like 2 hours and couldn't figure it out because I had to pay like 140 in gas or something just to do that. So
the everyday person, at least right now, once NFT projects get on OpenSea, I think that's going to completely change. But as of now, I guess it's the same kind of thing as Veve. I just think because both of them are a little like, they have their flaws because both of them have problems right now. But I think Veve just has the upper hand because I think more people are going to get into Veve than OpenSea projects, just because I was never interested in any NFT projects until I found Veve. And then, or even like before I found Veve, I was like, all right, this is kind of cool. And I never thought I was going to collect the NFTs. I thought I was just going to invest into the Omi token because I was like, I can see people buying these things and stuff. Never bought the collectibles until like a few months later. And I don't know, now I love them. So
just convincing people to buy into something, it's a lot easier for somebody to be convinced into buying like a Disney. Like, I'm not a big Disney head fan, but if people see Disney versus like a random portrait project and it's like 3 times the price for the random portrait project, they'd probably be more convinced to go into Veve. And it's way easier. Like, if I tried to tell my parents how to buy something on OpenSea, like, that they would not work ever. I couldn't even imagine it because I like have such a hard time, and it's super frustrating trying to. I mean, it was a nice learning curve and figuring things out. I definitely feel like I know more about it than I did, but for a first time person going in trying to buy something on OpenSea, it's like trying to learn a new language or something. It's crazy.
I think there's going to be a pump for both of them. I just think the pump on Veve is going to be so much bigger just because of those brands and stuff that everybody actually knows. Like, the everyday person is not going to sit down and be like, all right, let me research why this project is good and like who's working behind this, when you can just see, I've loved the DeLorean when that came out, and like love the Ghostbusters as a kid and all that stuff. Like, that's going to be the stuff that's just, like, obviously I like that, so I'm gonna buy that one instead of does this version of the Doge whatever, like, does this version of this dog in space make it more valuable than the one in the grass and stuff? It's like, just gets too complicated, I
And
think.
the baseline utility too, like being able to take a picture with them, I think is so cool, and kind of having it's almost like a Snapchat filter. And I feel like they realized the popularity of that and blended it with NFTs. And it's like owning like a filter, but a really cool one where you can put a collectible in and walk around it. It's like, I don't know, it's super cool. I don't look at them enough, but when I do, I'm always like, wow, these are wow.
Wow. Super cool. No, but they are super sweet. Going to finish the first series of the Unicornos tonight. Have the first series Mermicornos. Let's go. The first sets are sleepers since there are so many sets of Tokidoki in the future. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And they're season 1, so gotta love season 1. Else at 1.3. HODL or take profits now? What would you guys do? I'd hold right now.
Yeah.
I would just wait. If things start dipping again, what's gonna dip to? Lowest 1,000, but like it could pump to 2,000 pretty easily, in my opinion.
And all that kind of suspicious stuff about like the chisel inner shoe and like the supposed voice box and why the file size is so big. I feel like also is one of the golden moments that could maybe have something in store before the others. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they're probably all gonna. I think after they can remove the base, I think all the golden moments are gonna pump.
True.
If you can remove that base,
that
and like
is
set them on the ground in
a
AR.
downside.
Ooh, yeah, especially I don't know. I mean, all of them really. It's a downside for all of them.
Up to you though. If you think there's more opportunity taking out and reinvesting somewhere else, I think it's a possibility. Like I'm in the same situation, trying to figure out when to take profit and reinvest. But
if I had, well, I have one right now, and I'm not taking profits right now just because I don't think it's really pumped. Like considering Joe, Matt, and Becky Cloonan just over doubled, and Todd just dumped like $2,000. I don't think that's pumped at all.
Same goes for the Iron Man. People asking about Iron Man, like I don't think Iron Man has seen a pump so far, and even like I don't know,
I would considering taking profits on my Iron Man. I honestly don't think I'd ever sell my Iron Man, but if I had like 2, if it pumped like within the next like 2 days, and if it pumped up to like 1,700, that's when I'd take profits. Like I think they're all undervalued, honestly.
I think we'll see though for the Iron Man heavy competition between the golden moments and I think there will be a lot of competition between the golden moments and like a real one that's like animated or like the lights light up or something like that. I just think that the second appearance could be really, really, really nice and give the first appearance a run for its money. That's why I was okay with selling off the Iron Man. But that first appearance is still just a really big deal. And people really believe in the first appearance. So
have you guys bought any Funko Pop NFTs? No,
they have NFTs because the Marvel Mighties remind me of Funko Pops, but I don't collect Funko Pops at all.
I think I'm pretty sure I have seen those. I don't know how much they are though.
Yeah.
At Baldo Facts, let's go. Got some OGs in it. Yes, boys. Greetings from UK. Let's go.
Shouts out to UK yet. When would you take profits from a DC pump? I don't know, honestly. I don't think I will. It's really tempting though.
Yeah. You really got to remember that there's an AMA on Friday. So we could definitely see another pump, or we can see a little bit of a sell-off.
Yeah,
so
if they say that DC over Marvel is going to IMX, going to be a crazy boom because the fee's 6% less too. So that would be like a lot going for DC compared to Marvel. Because really Marvel is like you're heavily investing solely in like the IP because the like selling ability is a lot more difficult with that like tax rate or whatever. And if they're stuck on the app, that's going to be a major downside for that license too. So I think eventually they'll make it. But if DC goes first, that Todd, that Risso, and Wonder Woman,
they're gonna go bonkers.
Yeah, they're gonna go bonkers.
Joker, Penguin, all of them.
Yeah, everything.
Sleeping did a good video today. Sleeping always be doing the good video.
Yeah, for real. Shout out to Sleeping. What a man's.
Disney hasn't done anything during the pump. Steamboat R2D2 prices are exactly where they. I know. I was thinking about picking up another R2D2 today.
Yeah,
it's in at 2K. It went to 2.5K already. Like, and it's not even back to there.
Wasn't it at like 2.7 before?
No, yeah, it probably was at 2.7. I just remember looking at 2.5.
Yeah. Also,
bonkers.
No, I forgot what I was gonna say. No. Oh, just The next Star Wars drop, I want to know what that's going to be. I really hope they don't do any of this like trying to pump their new TV series and they just drop a classic. Like if they drop Darth
Yeah.
Vader or like just one of the, like Chewbacca
Oh
or
my God, Darth
literally
Vader's
anybody.
gonna go
Like the
crazy.
Han Solo or whatever in the like stuck in the I
Yeah,
can't remember what it's
ice
called, but
thing or whatever.
yeah, if they drop that, that thing will go crazy.
Yeah. That's like bringing me back to like my childhood. I used to play with these little Star Wars action figures. I literally had a bag I would just carry around and just like dump them out and just start playing with it. I play with them in the bath and bro, I play with them everywhere. No joke. Like I just have them picture perfect in my head. I bought most of my stuff before the pump. Let's go.
Let's go.
Wait,
That's
oh shit, we
why.
never answered this question.
Okay. What do you think? FA Iron Man or FA Joker long term? I think
Joker.
Joker.
Joker right now because what's it sitting at though?
Because I'm personally really confident in the second appearance Iron Man going crazy and probably outperforming the first appearance, depending on mints.
It will.
But yeah, if it's animated or even lights up or does anything and it's the full color version, all the metal plates are detailed and look nice like Ultraman, I definitely think that's taking the cake over the gold one, because the gold one, you can't really see the details and there aren't a lot of details to begin with. It's very minimal design.
I think it
seems
looks
like.
so sweet.
Yeah,
Still, but
it looks super cool. I just think like if they
when there's
do
an
it in
animated
color,
Iron Man with his chest glowing and
yeah,
he comes down and like with his
and
rocket stuff is
just like looking at Ultraman's detail, like Ultraman 7, when you look at like his legs or his arm, there's like all those plates of metal that go down and it just looks so detailed. Whereas the Golden Moments first appearance Iron Man, I don't see as much like crisp detail in all these different parts going on. It seems pretty simple. It looks nice, but I think that second appearance has a really big chance to outcompete it.
yeah. Final verdict. It seems like the Iron Man and Joker are sitting around the same price. Joker's from season 1. We got the mints lower on Joker
Yeah.
2. I think Joker because
Yeah.
we're about
Yes.
to get more Jokers in the other Black and White series stuff coming out probably soon too.
Definitely. Yeah. Now that you say that, because it is like what, 3,000 to 4,000 mints lower than Joker or lower than Iron Man.
Sorry, I just got distracted by something. What'd you say?
The Iron Man is what, like 10,000?
No, that's like 13,000 or something.
Okay, so it's like 5,000 to 6,000 mints over the first appearance Joker.
Yeah,
not double, but a little less than double the Joker.
And they're
mints.
sitting around the same price.
Yeah,
so.
and Joker's first season, and even though Iron Man's Golden Moments, I still think that second appearance is gonna outperform it. We'll see though. Maybe Veve drops a dud to maintain that first status, but I think the second one will look crispy.
Okay, what besides the partner statue, what are your top Golden Moment collectibles to hodl?
Star Wars. Literally,
Yeah,
Star Wars is the best from that set, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd say Star Wars number 1. Then I like Elsa. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like all of them actually. Well, I do like all of them. Least favorite is gonna be the Avengers logo.
Yeah.
I like the hat, but
the hat, like when I saw the hat going for 2K, I was like, is this really like, are people really
wasn't it
paying?
going for like 3.2 or something?
Bro, that hat was
going
pumping
crazy
like crazy. And I just remember sitting on my phone, like people are really paying like $2,000 to $3,000 for this like golden Mickey hat.
Bro,
it's crazy.
If they come out and that hat is wearable by your avatar in Veve, because they were talking about how you can have an avatar and like you'll be able to have a customizable avatar. If you can wear that hat, it's going to be one of the most valuable things on the app.
That's crazy.
And if you can ride the Simpsons skateboard in the Veveverse, like you can ride the hoverboards, same thing's going to happen.
Yeah, I would say Wally. I like the Homer and Bart, but in terms of like detail, I think Wally is really good. But Star Wars is definitely my top just because they look great. The C-3PO is like authentic to his original color. I think that's unique and really cool. And we'll see that kind of play a role in the future value. And they just, I don't know, they look super good. Characters that I actually like. And I don't know, I'm not a big Elsa fan, not a big Mickey Mouse fan, but Star Wars I can get into. So
I think the Elsa looks super good though.
Yeah, that detail is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, one of the most detailed, if not the most, on Veve.
I like Wally so much. Like Wally looks really good, and the Pixar car I think is cool too.
Yeah,
I think the Pixar car is really cool actually. What do you guys think? FA Daredevil comic, or is this FA, or there will be another Daredevil on VV?
I think
3D that will be his FA.
2 FAs.
Yeah.
Just because that's gonna, I mean, not that they're just prioritizing profits, but I'm sure that is a priority to some extent, and they're definitely going to make more first appearance.
They always do that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like everything they've done is going to be collectible FA and comic FA, which I like because I'm more of a fan of the collectibles. So
yeah,
I like
definitely.
having the collectible FAs and not just the comics.
Yeah, I agree.
AMA
I
is going to
think
be bonkers. Let's go. I'm 30 minutes behind. I see people already selling at the top of this pump. I thought this money will flow into all the Disney next. Could. Very well
yeah,
could.
I won't get into that. I agree, I guess, in short.
I think people are now realizing. I think I'm honestly glad because the comic that came out, the 1,000 mints, and the poster right after with 2,000 mints, I think that actually got people looking at the actual mint number instead of like realizing, because like these golden moments are still very, very high, and like even Steamboat Mickey, they're very high minted.
Yeah,
so.
I still think in the future, when we double user base, triple, quadruple, or more, yes, those golden moments will still be very limited considering they have 10,000, but the others that have 7,500 will be even more limited than those. So I think like people have definitely been looking over at like IP and the brand and everything and the popularity as that being like the key. And I feel like scarcity and the mint number has been disregarded a little bit. And so it is nice to see that catching up, especially I think Randy Chavez played a major role in this with the Eddie Riso and the talks he's done about that. So shout out to Randy Chavez for that, because he was really opening people's eyes. Like only 1,700 people are ever going to be able to own the first set on Vivi. And that's if there's no dupe holders, which there are a lot. So
Randy's one of them. He's got 2 Rissos.
Yeah. I think he knows people with even more than 2. So I think that that really helped open people's eyes, and I definitely am all for that. I love me some scarcity. But
beyond the fans that I think MTL will cause prices to go up was when it's live, I'm guessing, as more people will be willing to put more money in. I agree, but the thing is, there will be people taking profits, and there's also going to be a huge scare off. I think there's not going to be a huge scare off, but there's going to be people scared, thinking that the market's going to go down. They're going to pull out their money, and then they're going to realize that everything starts pumping, and then they're going to throw their money back in and buy it
at a loss.
Like this will literally happen. I bet. I bet there's going to be a dip just because people think there's going to be a dip. Just like we saw at when the last set of drops happened, everybody pulled their stuff out, and then we were like at the lower points before everybody hopped in before Disney. It's like the same thing's probably going to happen. But
yeah, the market is pretty, like the market's what you make it pretty much. Like it's literally we like everybody controls the market. I know it's like divided up, but
yeah,
I do think that'll happen. Some FOMO on a mass scale.
The only reason why I can see, I don't know, it depends what Vivi does, because if they start hyping up the Omi token like crazy right before they do MTL, that's the only reason I can see like an actual understandable dip. But then also there's going to be so much money coming in that I think a lot of people are going to lose some of their collectibles that they wish they would have never sold, because
that's where I'm at with all my season 1s, because like most of my stuff, or like my portfolio, the majority of it is in like season 1s and long-term hodls. And now when I'm looking to like buy other stuff or make moves, I'm like, what do I sell? Like I'm probably, because if I sell like, I don't know, Joe Mad or Harley Quinn or Joker anywhere around 500s, I'll probably never see them for that price again. I know it's like past that, things have changed, but like when we were seeing that little pump, I was like,
you're right though. There's going to be $1 billion about to be unlocked to spend on collectibles, not even including all the Ethereum and people will be able to come in and buy. So it's going to be
from Omi,
because Omi's $1 billion market cap. So anybody that has Omi will be able to. I mean, with the Omi staking though thing that they have, like, because they said you could only buy with Omi if you're over $10,000 in staking, which I don't understand why they'd ever do that.
But what?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But even if it's like that, the whales are going to still go crazy on the collectibles that they like. So be careful selling during that little mishap time, I guess. Superman went up 800 and down 500. Yeah, it's gonna be going up in the future.
Yeah, we're definitely. I mean, I think I don't know. That happens with everything. Like when these pumps happen, there's always like people hop on the app realize, whoa, my collectibles jumped up. I can take profit, make a pretty penny, and sell off. And then same thing happens if it's a big pump. But
yeah, DeLorean is undervalued at the moment. First vehicle and price never dips too hard. Yeah, that's true. It never
that
really
was
does dip ever.
the first collectible I bought, and if I would have held it for long term, I would have made I would have doubled my profit on the $30 I invested. But
Yeah, you bought the 1/6 scale.
Yeah, I definitely need to return to that at one point and buy either the 1-to-1 interactive or the 1-to-6, just because first car, possible RC function, possible drivability or whatever. Like, come on now.
Yeah, and it's season 1. Like, whew, season 1 is gonna be crazy to get into.
Yeah,
Yo, we put the lights
time.
on. I was stalking David Yu last night, and he was following Lamborghini, and I was like, oh my god, if they come out with Lamborghinis on VV.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I mean, I definitely, because they have Givenchy under the belt, and I think that's such a major brand for them to have, because then when they go to these other licenses that might consider themselves more niche, they'll see like, oh, they don't just do super mainstream like Disney type of stuff. They have niche independent artists and like the high fashion whatever type licenses. So I'm glad they have some diversity of licenses so that it can kind of attract others from those niches.
I hope they come out with the Rolex watch when we have avatars. That would be
you can
so
buy
cool.
A bust down Rolly.
That would be sweet though. If it was, you could get a diamond one or something. Yeah. Woo. That would be a good one to be 101s.
Yeah, you can flex your NFT has a Rolly that you bought for 100K or something. You don't even have to flex it in real life and worry about it getting stolen.
Yeah. Harley Quinn does have the Injustice version, which is close to being one of the first video game NFTs on VV. She's from Injustice.
Never heard of that. I
haven't either.
Look into that.
What happens to Omi in an economic crash / recession? Will there be a dip that lasts years? I don't think there's going to be a dip that lasts years, but I think there will be a little dip. And then if everybody starts taking, okay, this is a problem. So if there's like a problem in the economy, then like if there's an actual like problem in the economy and everybody's like scrambling to get money, then it could dip pretty bad. But if it's a dip because everything's dipping, like in crypto, if they're like, oh, now is the crypto recession, it's just like only targeted towards the crypto, except the stock market keeps going up, Omi's gonna moon. Omi's literally going to moon, because everyone's gonna take profits from Ethereum and Bitcoin and put them into Omi, because it's like, okay, this actually like is doing something. Except I don't know. I think Ethereum's a safe bet because NFT projects like all run on Ethereum. So I think Bitcoin could get a scare, and so a lot of other crypto projects that are doing nothing could get a big scare and dip because of that. But I think like anything to do with NFTs is the future. Like
just because
NFTs
the fact,
booming.
like any receipt or transaction in the future, I think can literally be turned into an NFT. It doesn't even have to be art. It's just like storage of something, I'm pretty sure, but I have a very rudimentary understanding. But also related to that, if you guys, Randy Chavez has a really interesting take on what could happen to VV during a dip. And he's basically saying like VV seems to be set up, in the Omi token at least, I think this is mainly what he says, is kind of has some, I don't know, characteristics or whatever, or part of its tokenomics can help when it's in like a bear market or whatever, because like more Omi is burned when it's sitting at a lower price. That I think that's one of the main like dynamics.
True.
But then in addition to that, just Carter was mentioning before, like the collectible market doesn't seem to fluctuate heavily or decrease heavily during recessions or stuff like that. Like people tend to hold collectibles, and even though it doesn't carry over and there are a lot of people in this space looking solely for profit, I still think real collectors could come in, scoop up, because, you know, if we're in like a real bear market, and I see a lot of people who see VV doing very well in the future ahead of that bear market, myself included, but I think a lot of people are going to be looking at that as a major buying opportunity if it does happen. But it'll be interesting to see, because I think about that a lot. And you know, if VV just completely tanks, but even then, even if VV dies as a company or whatever, I've been thinking
I don't even know how it can die as a company unless they get hacked like crazy. Like they get so hacked that they can't do anything about it or something. But at this point, I don't think there's like no denying that VV is going to be pretty bonkers. Like what's their Twitter at right now? Their Twitter has grown like crazy.
180K or something.
I think it's 191 or something.
Oh yeah, it is 191K. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. We were just talking about how they hit 150K the other day, like a week and a half or 2 weeks ago or something.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
Just think, like, even as long as you can still, like, even if Veve dies, they never release anything else. As long as you can look at, like, view your collectibles somewhere and still own it, I still think they'll do good, just because even then, like, they'll be even more scarce to know that, like, this project will never produce anything else, and the things that exist are the only things that'll exist.
And they're still, no matter what, they're still the first NFTs by
for like
Disney,
Spider-Man.
Marvel, DC.
Yeah, so I don't know. I
like,
see this maintaining, and I definitely see this becoming one of the major, like, NFT players.
So how are you investing $500 in at least 2 to 3 collectibles or comics for long term?
That's hard.
I would do. I mean, I just bought 2 Fins today. I think.
Yeah.
Finn's a second ever drop on Veve, and it's a first Cartoon Network drop ever.
Yeah.
So I would do 1 Finn. He's $115 or something. Yeah. Then you got the Fantastic Four. Number 1 is which comic I would go for right now, which is like $90. Then you got
or number 5 with Dr. Doom. I think is a nice pickup too if you're on a cheaper budget.
But that's like $200. You still got 300. So
yeah, it really depends on what you want to go for. But I think if Wonder Woman dips back down, that's a nice blue chip. I think Dragon Girl, Finn. I don't know if I would veer away from Finn in the Adventure Time set, just because that's like the main character, looks really nice. The first series, the second drop on Veve, I feel like Finn has the most going for it. I know there's the whole Doge pump.
That's like that died. Was.
Yeah,
that thing is gone.
It's definitely died. But my point is, I don't think like Ice King is going to go crazy compared to Finn. Like, it could do well, but I think Finn has the most potential because it's the lowest. It's the main character. We've seen common hype before pop out of nowhere. Besides that, though, I don't know. It really depends on what you're into. If you said like you're really into more like mainstream Disney, Marvel, superhero type stuff, then I would give recommendations for that. But if you're into more niche, like independent artist stuff, I'd have a lot of recommendations for that, like Labbits and Dunnies maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot, but I would stick to popular stuff with low mints, ideally. I don't think you can go wrong with that.
I think most FAs will hit 1,000 eventually. I think most of the ones we talk about will probably hit 1,000.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for growing gems without putting a lot of money in your account? Go for every drop.
Yeah. We must get insanely lucky because people comment like, and for everybody watching, like, we don't do anything special for drops. Like, I literally, I guess, just get lucky pretty much because like, I don't know. I hear about people not getting drops for like months.
Yeah. And some people literally can't do it. Like, make sure if you're not getting drops, go to a different location and like, if you know you're doing everything right, go to a different location and try there. Because when I was on vacation, I couldn't get a drop at all, and I knew what I was doing. So just make sure you're going to different Wi-Fi's and stuff if you literally can't get a drop.
Yeah. But definitely just try for drops. When you don't get drops, I don't know. I would really like start with $7 or however little money you need to do, like our Road to Donnie challenge that we do. Just flip basically, and anything that you really don't feel attached to, you don't like the product, don't hold on to it unless the community is like all agreed that it's worth or gonna be a blue chip or something. And then aside from that, just get involved in the community. There's various YouTube channels like ours. There's various Discords like ours, and you just get in, talk to people, figure out things happening before they happen. Like Mermicornos. If you saw our video last night and you were still able to pick up on Mermicornos Series 1 before Series 2 got announced for the drop, you probably could have made 30 gems here or there, like, or, you know, a little
Mermicorno, wait, for the which one?
Buying a Mermicorno Series 1 and then selling it sometime today. Yeah,
the ultra rares are up like 120 or something.
Yeah, so little opportunities like that, like getting news ahead of time, like the Kozik stuff, like just, I don't know, attending AMAs, basically getting information before others and then using that information to make a decision about buying something. and then like just riding that little wave quick, selling off. But yeah, if you're solely looking for profit, I think it's not difficult. I think it gets a lot more difficult when you get attached to things that you've started to collect and having to figure out what to sell off. But if you have no attachment, you can literally go ham. Like you can go ape mode, just buy, sell, buy, sell. Yeah, there are people out there who have made insane gains doing that. But or yeah, just find stuff that's slept on in your opinion, but definitely get involved in the community. Like we said, people determine the market and the community is a part of that. So
what are your predictions for Coca-Cola Bear? I don't know. I can't really tell how this is going to be because it is an item. So
I think long-term, not long-term, but medium range from here, like 6 months. I could see Coca-Cola being the common being like 2, 3, 400s, maybe like 500, but I just don't see people going into it because a lot of the collectibles that I feel like people want are things that like you couldn't typically have in your house. Like, yeah, you could have a Labbit in your house, but you can't have a Labbit that's like life size. Whereas that snow globe, like you can make it life size in the showroom, but it's still like a snow globe. I feel like it just has some limitations. I don't think people are big into Coca-Cola in general, unless you're like into historical Coke collecting where like you find old bottles and like old signs from gas stations and stuff like that. I think it has potential, but I think there are other like blue chips that have more potential than the Coca-Cola globe. But
evening chaps, how are you doing? Everyone is feeling those pumps at the moment, and there's a lot of hype and excitement. What is your favorite NFT for just the pure look of it? No price, rarity, just looks. Dragon Girl.
Yeah, Dragon Girl Silver or any of the Dragon Girls, honestly. The Neon Labbit looks so good. Like looking at all the details on that looks crispy. The Visible too, but honestly, the Neon goes crazy. The Silver Ape, nice and simple but crispy looking. And what was I gonna say? Oh, Ultra Rare Dunny, especially if they do that animation thing with it. I really hope they make it like that changing mosaic because that thing is very nice, very detailed.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to do Dragon Girl. I think Dragon
Girl it's hard for me to pick one, but I do think like that Silver Dragon Girl just stands out. It's so beautiful. Like that thing is insane. So,
guys, what are your predictions for Coca? Oh. Wonder Woman has a brown mark on her left arm. It looks like her hair is pushing through her arm. Oh,
interesting.
I haven't looked at that.
Very interesting.
Sorry, I'm skipping some people. I'm just kind of going through.
Yeah,
because we're like 30 minutes behind. I believe you can buy decorations with MCP points and raffle. I think you can too.
Yeah, we were
talking Gem about Gods that. In the house.
Yeah, shout out to Gem Gods. We were talking about this the other day, like what we think accessories will be like. Just because, I don't know, if they're not branded, I'm wondering how cool they're gonna be, and even if they're shelves and stuff, I'm wondering. But I think all of that is burnt, like as Omi, so I'm all for it. Like that's super cool to have.
I'm still waiting for Bear Bricks and Cause to come on the app.
These are gonna go crazy.
Yeah, Bear Bricks and Cause are gonna go crazy.
There's so many Bear Brick variations too. Like they could literally do like 200 drops and still have more to drop, I think, because there's so many collabs for the Bear Bricks.
Yeah, if we get, let's say, 17 million users this year, what do you see the collectibles prizes doing? Will they 10x prices? I think they meant. Depending on what it is, you just got to get the right ones. Like,
yeah, I think season 1 has very high potential to do that, and I think FAs following that and really popular stuff following that. Like Disney Golden Moments, all that stuff. Shout out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think some, but honestly, a lot of stuff could. Like even I was gonna think of Groot as being an example that couldn't, but honestly, Groot is so undervalued that maybe, you know, by then it does increase 10x up to like 400 or 500. But I don't know.
Mermicornos series 1 up slightly. Could we expect a small pump when the drop of season 2? I think
we've seen the pump, haven't we?
I don't know, because I was thinking the same thing, and then I was like, if people get the season 2 drop or the series 2 drop, it would be, but if you get the Series 2 drop like ultra rare and you're like, oh, I might as well collect all the set, and you're like, oh, it'd be cool if I had the Season 1 Series 1 set too, and I had all of them. So because that's a big Master Collector's Points thing too. So I think we could see a little bit more price action there. And it's Season 1. So like, I mean, anything from Season 1.
My only caution, what's up? Let's go. I do want to say, keep in mind that unless you really, really like Mermicornos, that, in my opinion, is more of a dangerous hold because Veve drops Star Wars. Mermicornos are not going to hold up against Star Wars. People are going to sell off Mermicornos when that happens. Long term, like I still think they're like good, but if you're, I don't know, if you're looking to like really hold those,
it is Season 1 though.
Some sell-offs. Yeah,
I'm thinking people will hop on. If there's any cheap Season 1 set, they're gonna buy it because it's Season 1. Like,
that's true.
Just for having a set in Season 1 is gonna be a big deal, I think. So
yeah, that's true. I could see those going.
Do you think having a Disney Gold moment will give me any kind of utility with them in the future?
I don't know about owning one. I think either owning a set or owning all of them will get you something. Yeah, I'm not sure though, honestly. That's a hard one to tell because Veve doesn't seem to talk about possible utility option. Yeah, like ever. We definitely advocate for it all the time, but yeah, they don't really mention it, so we don't know. But
what are you going with? What are you going with? You get one option. You don't get any explanation. Just pick one.
Or Wally.
Actually, no, you can give an explanation. I'm going Wally because I think more people are holding multiples of Uncommon Mickey, and I don't think there's a ton of people holding multiples of Wally. That's like what I would do just because of that. And I think they both look good, so kind of.
Yeah, that is hard. I think Wally probably just because I think it has more potential for growth. Like that Uncommon Mickey, even though I think it can, do a lot better than it's at right now, that Wally just seems so undervalued. Because wasn't Wally like the unique drop that had like less mints, like 8,000 and 10,000 rather 10, than like 13? Yeah. And yeah, so I think that is something to keep in mind. But
yeah, Wally has less mints than all the other commons because Wally's an uncommon. All the rest are commons, like of the more over the more mint or whatever.
Yeah,
because each one has one that's more mints, and Wally's one of the uncommons that.
Long term, I don't think you can go wrong with either of those, though. Turn me off about definitely. Yeah. Veve does make it very easy. Yeah, I can't wait until they do like the selfie mode, in a clean way, so you can like pull it up, take a selfie with it, or something like that. That makes it a little easier for you to do it on your own.
I need your opinion. Not financial advice. Should I sell my Superman for 2.5K because I think it could dip again to 1.5K? Something big it will be announced like Star Wars drop or Pokemon. I think.
Yeah, I've been considering the same thing.
I'm not sure about that. I don't think it's going to 1.5K.
Yeah,
not right now because they won't drop Pokemon or Star Wars right now. So I don't know. I think they could pump a little bit back up again.
Yeah, that's really hard. Does
first pump hit at the beginning?
I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
I don't either. I just bought the hoverboard set, precious MCP points. Let's go. And they look sweet if you like line them up in your vault. Like if you have like from like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 5 of them down on the line. Holy cow, Bitcoin is dumping hard. Let's check her out. Hi guys, I need some clarity about which is the first Batman NFT or what? I need some clarity about which is the first Batman Veve drop. When I go to collectibles in the app and list from old to new, Joe Mad Batman. Sorry, I can't read. I literally can't read.
I think that's because they've done the whole like common is the technical first of the drop, right? Because Joe Mad's the common. Yeah.
Joe Mad's uncommon and Todd's a common.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Really? It says Joe Mad is first. I'm almost positive it's Todd.
I think that's how they lay it out because he's the double. I'm almost positive that's how it is. So he's the double. He takes up 2 spots, and I think that's why he's at the top.
Yeah, I think
oh god, but Bitcoin's at 43.
Jeepers.
Bonkers.
Yeah, I think Todd Mac is technically the very first, and I think its price shows that just because it's like 5 or 6 times the price of Joe Mad, and it was before way more than that even, I think. So
Todd is fire. You can't play with him. Would you sell Catwoman right now for 240? I did sell Catwoman for 240 earlier today. So
yeah,
actually,
that's like the
that's a
pump
lie.
you could have never even imagined.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Taking profits now is too early for loads of collectibles. Just the beginning. It is just the beginning. I bought Catwoman at 64 gems was my purchase. So
yeah,
seeing at 240,
yeah,
like
I
like
would have
that,
never thought.
I wouldn't
Like
have
when
thought
you
either.
said you were stacking up on Catwoman, I was like, okay, I could see this maybe doubling, but that even I thought was rare. That's crazy. It made it to 240.
Yeah, just that quick. Like,
Yeah,
I'd understand if it climbed gradually, but everything jumped very, very fast. So
definitely
Batman
agree
still
with
has a
this.
long way to go. Yeah,
Yeah, it's been slept on for a
that's
while.
the cheapest Batman you can buy in Series 1, and the Batman movie's coming out. So, and by the way, for everybody that doesn't know, like, don't sell your Catwoman because I just told you to. Like,
Yeah,
Catwoman's about to be one of the main characters in the Batman movie coming up. So just remember that too. Can some
also,
people cash out yet? No, they cannot.
I think
sadly.
some can because it's like phase 1, isn't it?
Yeah, but nobody
Yeah,
anybody knows can do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's like it's
There's
probably like
some
the
whales are early.
families. It's like the
Yeah,
families of the VV people probably.
I think there's early users too, but I could be wrong.
We just don't know
Let's
anybody
go.
yet.
Also, just I think everybody in here is aware of this, but like when it comes to thinking about taking profits or whatever, it's nice to hear that people are thinking about that ahead of the announcement of a major drop and kind of, going into a gem squeeze, because that's definitely what I've learned, and everybody seems to have learned from like the great Disney gem squeeze. But
I don't
getting
think there'll
some
be
gems around ahead of time, very important.
I think Immutable X is going to happen before the next gem squeeze though. So
I think
can see
I
some
would agree.
pumps.
I wonder though. You
I
never
see
know.
Todd and Risso at 25K, 50K by the end of the year, and Joe and Becky will be at 10 to 25K.
We can only hope. There's
There's going to be a point where Risso is going to be at 100K.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't know. We got to see Secret Rare Spider-Man at that first, but
yeah.
You say you don't want them to pump their new TV series for Star Wars. Remember the new series book about He's smoking crack, bro. Oh, that thing will fly. Yeah. But no, we're just saying we hope we see Darth Vader and stuff.
Or like Boba Fett though. If they drop Boba Fett, the new series Boba Fett doesn't like look that much different from the iconic Boba Fett. Whereas like because like some of these new characters they've made, I've never heard of. Like nobody who only watched the original Star Wars has heard of some of these new characters. And so like if they throw in some random new character just to promote a TV show, that's when I'm like not with it as much.
I think they need to release the Boba Fett, the one coming out in the show coming up. And I think it should come out with the girl that's in the show with him. And then I think it should be a 3 collectible per set thing.
Yeah, that's where
it's
I'm
probably going to be a
with it as
random
much.
monster.
Because if they do the girl with Boba Fett or whatever, then I'm like, okay, literally, who is this person?
Yeah,
it's just for the
like
TV
that
series.
because I like the TV series, so that's the kind of thing I like to see. Is because then I actually feel like I'm buying the characters I'm watching and stuff. So
yeah,
and like maybe you could, I guess it's probably going to come out after the TV series, but if some of these things start coming out like before the TV series, and you could like think about like. At that point, you could kind of like invest like, oh, maybe I'll put some more money into the girl thinking she's going to be doing something huge in the next episode or something. That'd be kind of cool if you could speculate like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we'll actually see
I should have clarified when I said that's kind of what I was talking about is like completely random characters, because Boba Fett would do crazy numbers.
Yeah. And I just think we should see the other character. Like, I think they should drop Darth Vader, even if there's nothing with Darth Vader coming out. Like,
yeah, that definitely agree. That's what I'm
saying. The main
like,
characters, I think,
the
should
iconic
be
because like they did Mickey, so let's see some iconic characters from some other Disney stuff or some other stuff under Disney.
Hi guys, do you believe in a heavy MTL dip? Row more upwards
or a more upwards trend.
Oh, okay. I was
shout out to Luxembourg. Let's go.
I think there's gonna be, I don't know, it's hard to tell. It really depends what VV does, because if they do a mutable and have a huge drop, and I don't know, it really just depends what they do.
In general, I see upwards trend, because even people who want to pull profits on VV are going to realize I'm pulling out the money I have that can potentially make me way more.
And
so
then
I
you're
feel
also like, and then you're also, yeah, because then you're like, what if I pull this money out? What am I going to spend it on? Something that's
yeah,
probably
and
not going to make me money.
ideally, based on the one theory for taxes or whatever that we've talked about, as soon as you pull that out, it's 30% capital gains most likely. So I think that's going to definitely, give a lot of people an incentive not to pull out at least all of their stuff immediately if they're looking to reinvest at any point. But I do think long term we'll see the upwards trend. We might see a considerable dip when that happens, but I still think when they roll it out in phases, that's going to help like mitigate that drastic dump. Becky Cloonan or F.A. Robin? Becky Cloonan, honestly. First appearance Robin is the Infantino carbine, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the goofiest looking. I say this every time. I'm sorry to anybody who loves that, but he is the goofiest looking collectible they've released in that set and like on the app besides like Invisible Woman's eyes, bro.
I'm trying to think.
How many?
Well,
Robin
I don't know.
mints,
F.A. Robin's fewer mints, and it's the only F.A. Robin. And it's probably around the same price right now.
Yeah, it could be. Becky Cloonan, though, I just think looks more appealing. It's also in the first set on VV. And it's like, I feel like it's like the poor man's Todd Mac, because that's what I was about to get when I couldn't afford Todd Mac. I was like, this one has a cool cape and is in the first set. Like, maybe it'll turn into a Todd.
I'm a 3D artist doing modeling, texturing, and animation. I just have to say that the Golden Moments has a lot of weird bends that usually only appear if you do animation with your model.
Interesting. I'd like to know more about those like bends and how that indicates animation, but that's really interesting to hear. Thank you for sharing that.
The bends and the legs appear when you transform your model via weight painting after you did it in another pose. Very confusing. I have no clue what you're talking about. Sorry. I'm so lost right now.
I think I don't know. I think it's like indicating like they drew it or modeled it in different positions maybe or something like that. I'm not entirely sure though either because I don't know much about that. But sorry, my mic is tweaking. If they animate that first appearance Iron Man though, then I think that can compete with the second appearance, which would make sense because I think
even if it just glows on his chest, like gets bright and stuff.
I think people have mentioned this before too, like Comics and Crypto, I think was saying like, it seems like Vivi wants to maintain the Walt statue as the most prized possession in the app or whatever. And I think they want to do that with the Disney Golden Moments in general. And so I think animating that Iron Man would definitely pump it.
But I don't know. Yeah. How much we have to wait. I think if they animate, I think they have to animate all the Golden Moments at once. If they made Wally remote control, woohoo! Bro, if they made Wally remote control, I'd go crazy. I'd buy all of them. I don't know if they'll do that, but how much have you put in VV? I really don't know how much I have.
I'm under 1K though.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know how many. I've definitely put in money. I'm not sure.
I'm under 1K, so 0 grands.
Let's go. FA Collectibles and FA Comics are different. Yep, we were talking about this. We are very behind.
Yeah.
Sorry. I feel like okay, if you guys are in here, we're about to skip a bunch of stuff here. So
yeah,
sorry.
If we skip your question, retype it.
Yeah, retype your question if we don't answer it. When Pokemon? I don't know. I'm hoping February. It's gonna be bonkers if it's February. Are the X large gorilla VV versions of Bored Apes? I mean, if you want them to be, then they are. If they're not, then they're not because they're not by Bored Ape. So, Viewer Entertainment did a video on Zombie under Spider-Man after watching No Way Home. Marvel Zombies also getting their own show. Let's go.
You see this? Zombie Hunter Spider-Man appearing in the new movie. Carter said it appeared for like half a second, and
that's definitely not enough to persuade me to go out and buy it. And that's just my opinion, though.
It could be a hint, though, that they make something in the near future with Zombie Hunter Spider-Man, which could pump it. Yeah. But that small clip alone, from what I heard, it doesn't sound like Carter said, it just doesn't seem like it's enough. But it would be interesting, maybe.
I saw your Batgirl listed today. Ooh.
Let's go.
Should have bought it. Just kidding. It did sell, though, so. Todd will switch Risso like ETH Bitcoin. I don't think so. Just
Yeah,
because
no.
I thought before, but now it's like there's no way. Like
Yeah.
I just think
because people are finally realizing scarcity exists.
yeah.
Like it's funny, but I
So
like
there will be oh sorry. There will be
Risso's
a
like what 1/7 the supply of Todd Mac, and it looks amazing. Like Ed Risso, that collectible is crispy. That man's is
yeah.
jacked.
It's not a seventh, it's like a third, but
Oh,
still. It's yo, Kobe collects in a house. Let's
what up?
go.
Let's go.
Kobe collects, let's go. Beyond the fan. You can use Coca-Cola snow globe, remove the clothes off Deadpool. Yeah. So we got to see what comes with that because it's going to be bonkers. Marceline versus Mayor of Townsville. I own both of them. I like both of them. So I don't know. That's a hard one. What do you think?
I think
Marceline, you can say it's a second ever set to be dropped on VV, but you could say the same thing. The Mayor of Townsville is the third set to ever be dropped on VV.
I feel like
you can, for the Marceline, you can say the Cartoon Network drop is the first Cartoon Network drop ever and the first Cartoon Network drop on VV. But with the
I think I'd go Marceline. I'm not really big into either of those. But yeah, I'd probably go Marceline. That's hard though.
We were waiting. There's just so many comments. Okay, now we're at actual time pretty much.
We're finally
what a
there.
VV Vision. Let's go. Price predictions for Pixar car. I don't know. I really don't know. That's like the hardest one to speculate on because it could be a lot or it could be or people could just kind of like look it over. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's definitely one I could see like go crazy though.
Ooh. Oh, we just clicked the same one. Wow.
Which NFTs hit your no buy list?
Mm.
That ultra rare Mickey hit my no buy list very quick, but not like I will probably pick him up at some point.
Let me check.
Oh, I think he's at 4K right now.
I think
but that's the only one that like hit my like no buy list that I was like, this is ridiculous. Like that one, like if anybody's tuned into those live streams, like we were going crazy on those things because that was not right.
We ended up
like that.
We found some common ground by the end of the second live stream, but yeah, definitely. The Rogers poster for me is on the no buy list. Pretty much all posters except for Jim Mafood's posters on the no buy list for me.
I like the poster from the last poster that dropped. Serial Killers. I think that one's sweet.
Oh yeah, that's true. That one is another one. What else is on my no? Deadpool is on my no buy list, but I do think that'll revive. Let's see. Alligator Loki's probably my no buy list. Sorry, Randy. Not the secret rare. I mean, I can understand the secret rare, and eventually I'll probably be pulled over and like it more. But I'll take that back. It's not on my no buy list. It was originally on my no buy list.
Remember, if you join our Discord, you can't sell bots or anything. So somebody's joined named VV Bot.
Oh,
so
God.
If that's you, I hope that's just your name. Please do not try to do that because you will get banned instantly.
What else is a no buy? The two besides Hawk Girl and Wonder Woman from the Artist Alley, those are both no buys for me.
Wait, what are yours?
Supergirl and Catwoman or whatever from the second appearance.
But it still competes the set.
Yeah,
that's the reason it's the first
Artist Alley, so I can see that.
I like I don't know. I really do like both of them though, because I like the Batgirl just because it's got the scooter and what?
Go ahead.
And I think the Superwoman looks good too.
The Borg Cube is on my no buy list. I used to be big into that, and I was like trying to see like. Because I'm pretty sure it's like the largest NFT in general, like at all. I think it's the largest NFT technically because they haven't made anything else as large as that. And I mean, I don't know if there's a scaling thing about it, but nobody caught onto that or liked it. And I ended up sitting with a dud basically.
Yeah. That's
maybe in the future.
The Borg Cube. Okay, no. The Borg Cube. One whatever scale, the smaller one, that is like there is no reason to own that except for to complete that set,
or if you're a big Star Wars fan or a Star Trek fan. But I'd also say anybody but Sam Wilson in the first Marvel Mighty set. For me, like none of those are buys. All the other Captain Americas in that set look so goofy to me. I would never buy those.
I don't mind them. I think they're cool.
Like I don't think they're bad.
I don't have them,
they're
but
cheap. So
yeah.
like they're not terrible, but like if I have gems, those are like the last things that come to mind. Like I'd get a first appearance Joker or like Harley Quinn or yeah, I think those are probably my main no buys.
Pixar car, 2 common Steamboat Mickeys. I think Steamboat Mickeys, 2 of them would be a little bit more expensive, but
I think probably those Mickeys just cause. But I do think the Pixar car is slept on and has a lot of potential.
More, honestly.
Yeah,
but I do have the FA Mickey, so that's kind of biased.
That's hard.
So only collectible, Ultra Mickey, and Diversify or hold. I think. Oh God, that's a hard one.
Yeah, that's so hard. If that's your only one, I think you missed the main opportunity to sell. So I'd probably wait till the next pump because the Steamboat Mickey is gonna pump again for sure, just because the community seems to really love that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a fan of diversification or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I would. Oh, that's so hard to sell right now. That just because it was up so high. So
I probably wouldn't sell right now. I regret I sold at a terrible time for that, like the worst time I could have, pretty much. So
yeah,
based on experience, I would recommend not to because there's a lot more potential that has than 3.7K.
007 posters, hard pass for me.
Yeah.
007 posters are
007 posters are at the very bottom of my list. Those are probably my absolute
Some people do like them a lot though. So.
Yeah, like if they're cool, like I don't know, just like people in real life who collect movie posters, that is cool to me, but in the VV-verse, I don't. If they drop like Pulp Fiction, like a Pulp Fiction movie poster, I'd buy that. But the 007, the new 007 doesn't get to me. The Ultraman posters don't speak to me. The Cat Soldier ones and the Bunny posters don't really speak to me. But,
Thoughts on Storm, first sound animation, and first X-Men, first woman.
It's not the first sound animation, I don't think.
Yeah, because the Ghostbusters has a sound, and that one's interactive with another thing.
So I don't think, the first X-Men, and doesn't Storm have to do with like Wakanda or whatever from like Black Panther? I think she's from like the same tribe as Black Panther or something like that. So I think that might have some significance. And the first X-Men I think is important, but I'm not a big Marvel person, but if you're into Marvel investing and you're into Marvel in general, I would consult Randy Chavez on that because I'm sure he would say that that's a really good pickup and is undervalued right now.
He likes Storm.
Yeah. So I think it's
also Alligator Loki has sound.
Yeah, that's true.
Randy would be so pissed if anybody thinks.
But yeah, I would definitely say it's good if you're interested in it. I think there's other X-Men that they'll drop that'll, be way bigger than Storm. But considering she's the first, I think Star Wars all-time high. Let's go.
Is that true? Is that true?
I don't think so, but
let's find out. 2.1. It's not all-time high, mate. I think 2.7 or whatever, like you said. The question is, will your collectibles survive when Pokemon comes?
It's a good question.
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
The skateboard also has a signature. Oh yeah, sorry, I missed.
Oh, that's right.
So the signature is on the bottom of the golden moments for The Simpsons, and I think that's pretty cool. That's the only one that has a signature, so I think that is cool. Mermicornos series 1 pump this weekend. Let's go.
Wait, where are you? I feel like we skipped a couple. Didn't we skip this?
Skipped a lot, mate.
No, these are recent that we skipped. Shout out to Kobe Collects. He might have bought a Slimer for you. I think he said he was going to buy one for you. So just saying. Yeah, shout out to Kobe Collects. Definitely.
Slimer gang.
Yes, sir. What's going on? Dragon Girl Common at 225. Yeah.
Let's go.
For real.
I think I did pick another up today. Or I can't remember. Might have 6. Sure. Might have 6. Maybe not.
Doesn't work on the uncommon. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see for this. That's hard. There is one I wanted to really address in here. This question. Yes, I agree. People are sleeping on Scarcity. They're sleeping on non-major brand stuff. And these decon drops for 880 mints or whatever, that's insane. The fact that 880 people, or I mean less than that, can ever own one of these is crazy to me. And some of them are super nice. Like shout out to Utopia for the shut up and draw, because that piece, beautiful. The apes, super cool. What's another 888? The Neapolitan Ting is not my favorite. I think Carter likes that more, but it's still, I mean, super limited. The Dunny, 600 mints, crazy.
Dragon Ball Nintendo or Yu-Gi-Oh Nintendo for me. What are you thinking?
I'm not as big into Dragon Ball. I'd love to see it, but yeah, I'd probably go.
Dragon Ball is gonna be cool too, though.
I would any of those, honestly. Like I'm not even big into Yu-Gi-Oh or Dragon Ball, but Vivi could get me into those easily, and then I'd probably go back and rewatch or like watch the original series or something like that. But I think Nintendo has characters they could make look really crispy because they're simple and animated, but Yu-Gi-Oh and Dragon Ball would be crazy.
Liam Watson, hey, hi IQ boys, how you doing? I don't know if you're capping with us, mate, because I know you like us, but you usually be cooking us in the comments. Is there a max number of collectibles you can have in your showroom? I have about 25, but haven't been able to open my vault for weeks. Literally, like I've tried to put stuff in my showroom many times. It crashes every time. It's so sad. I hope it works. Do you have your collection in Ecomi Wiki to calculate value? I don't know the current value of mine.
I do. I don't know if I have everything, but yeah, I do. I think I have
probably like 10x
almost
money, mate.
All my stuff. Yeah, we'll save that for another video, future Andre Jick-esque video.
Yeah, I Stay Puft might match its size. It keeps getting bigger and farther you walk back. They came out and said it was like the biggest NFT or something when they dropped the Star Trek stuff. That's the only reason we say that.
Yeah.
I believe it's down to what your phone tablet can handle before it crashes. Each model can be more complicated than others.
Yeah.
Has there been any discussion on the getting Disney princesses? They're diverse and popular, and I need something for my daughter. They will get them at some point.
Yeah, they definitely will, because
they're gonna have
a huge untapped market. Yeah,
like think about watching whatever movie like if you watch next movie you watch, if it's Disney, Marvel, whatever it is, just like think about there's literally probably going to be characters at some point. There will be characters for everything at some point, probably.
Yeah,
not everything, but almost like even the ones that you don't think are gonna come, like they're probably gonna come.
Yeah,
like even the characters that don't matter much are probably gonna.
Yes, sir. Marvel Alliance game, but Marvel Mighty Alliance. Yeah, I definitely think that the Marvel Mighties have the potential to be the first thing to have gamification, or like a game where you can link them.
Did you see the video on the guy buying 100 partner statues? Who is this? Is it Dr. Profit?
I don't know, but that is what Carter talks about all the time when he is thinking about buying stuff, is like, is it a collectible where people have like 10 of them or something? Because that means at some point in the future there's going to be multiple sell-offs when those people are looking to take profits that they're, you know, content with. So interesting.
Anyone know who buy NFT for cash?
No. That's something you have to do outside of the app and just find someone. I really don't recommend it though, because there's scammers all over the place. So
Kill Bill poster of the bride would be good.
Yeah, I'd like to see like a Kill Bill collectible too, where she has a samurai sword slicing someone.
I would go Iron Man. What would you do?
Yeah, I think Iron Man and Wally are like just undervalued as golden moments, and
because I mean, with Iron Man, you got the FA.
Yeah, I think Iron Man probably, especially if what that person mentioned about animation is true and they animate the Iron Man, then I definitely think that has more potential. But
man's got the golden ape.
Let's
if you
go.
Didn't watch the intro, I aped in the intro today, so I know we both are holding silver ape.
Yeah, I love the apes, to be sure. I love the brand behind the apes, and I love the ape, you know, itself. They're super cool. I'm big on that. I'm interested to see where they go.
This person's also got an ape.
Let's go. the when questions.
Sorry, wait. How do you say this name?
Is the
Squiggle stick.
Yeah. Is the VV AMA on about an hour? They said they're gonna clear up a few when questions. Wait, is it in an hour?
It's on Friday, right?
I think so. I could be wrong though.
Reminder: join us VV update on Friday at 1 p.m. We'll cover 2021 growth, app upgrades, token migration, platform updates, and more. Submit questions using hashtag VVAMA, and we'll get to as many of you as possible. Let's go. I'm hyped for the AMA. I'm hoping it's a little better than the last one.
Bro, that's crazy. Bored Ape Yacht Club has 450,000 followers.
Oh my gosh.
I definitely I see VV overcome that. That's crazy.
Yeah. You guys think Mermicornos Series 2 will have the FA label because they are different Mermicornos? No, they're not going to have any label on them. The Series 1 has first appearance label, I think, even though it should say first edition now, because now toy companies, when they come out, they have FE label instead of FA. So I think Mermicornos might have the FA, even though they shouldn't. Storm is from Wakanda. The Storm Mare is called Queen of Wakanda. She is Mary's Black Panther in the comics. Let's go. Is the thing a buy for a newcomer at 24 gems or some? Sorry, I literally can't read. Or someone on a budget, long-term hold.
If you're looking, I don't know. If you really love the thing, yeah. If you don't, I would just look to catch a drop, flip it, and keep kind of flipping your way to something you actually want to hold and actually like. Did we plug that Ice King? Oh, I think this is the person who wanted to donate an Ice King. Check the games account.
That's downstairs.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to.
We'll check on that.
Yeah.
If you sent it, we got it. I don't know if that's you're referring.
I'll send a message to you through the VV or something if I got it. Localization before Pokemon would be wise. Yeah. I hope they don't, though, because I want Pokemon before everybody else. So, I mean, that's just, we all do, because we're going to make the most money if they bring it to us before other people. But it would be wise. I think they should do that. Thank you. You were right. I was talking about to be on the fan. No, it will one day. Ghostbusters have slept on for sure. I agree. They've barely moved. They've barely moved an inch. I have the gold holding it.
Yeah.
It has a good community.
Yeah. That's silver is my favorite. I'm big silver gang. Not as much into the gold stuff, but I think the ape has potential because super low mint, that possibility for the exclusivity in the community and stuff like that. And also, I mean, I'm interested to see what else X Large does in the future because they could have some other really cool drops. I love X Large. So
Bitcoin, I'd say yes, it's FA. Fantastic Four. Oh, still talking to somebody else. Liam Watson, they could drop a toenail clippings and Randy would find a way to say it's a great buy and hold. LOL, these mood boys.
I mean, I don't know. I think, I don't know. Honestly, we might be considered moon boys, but compared to the people who send you those little DMs saying, look at this new project with the best developers ever. And it's 10,000 randomly generated monkeys with hats. And you can buy one for $8,000. And this will let you get bananas weekly. And these bananas will unlock crates of bananas for you. And then with those crates, you can buy a physical version of this random monkey that no one's ever heard about. I don't know.
Somebody's got to clip that.
Yeah, I don't think we're moon boys compared to people who shill their projects like that. So
you guys probably know you've gotten the DMs on Instagram from that.
Yeah, I literally all the time get like, this is the new hot project, and it's just
I literally have like 4 or 5 of them in my DMs right now. I'm like,
yeah, should I just open one, read it?
Unicorno is going to the moon. Yeah, you should. 1 year anniversary of them is January 14th. Unicornos are going to the moon. You heard it here first, so make sure you pump them. John Mayer, pretty interactive online. Should we try to get those Uprising 2D and font for him for a boost? I'm not sure, mate. Wait, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold up. What was that? John Mayer, pretty interactive online. Should we try to get Uprising 2D in front of him for a boost?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is everything bound to go up until we cash out, similar to Honeypot scam? I mean, because they can just keep dropping stuff, and it would make it so they don't go up. So it depends what they drop.
I guess. I don't know though. I think as they saturate the market more, like money's gonna find its way to like the grails and the more like valuable ones that the community determines. I don't know what a honeypot scam is though. I'll look into it.
Kind of crazy that Wonder Woman is $470 and I just bought the physical version for $30. Haha. Yeah. I mean, physicals are pretty cheap right now for those, but just trying to find buyers, I guess. I bought a number 45 Decon Brian Viveros Just Us chick for $950, and there was only 666 mints. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
What do you guys think of Bill and Ted posters? I FOMO'd and they seem to be dropping. What do you think, man?
That the poster effect, just posters aren't wanted really in general. I picked one up a while ago and it like never moved. It dropped down like 20 gems, and then when it returned to the price that I bought at, I sold it just because they don't really move. Bill and Ted doesn't seem to be super hyped in the app. The posters in general don't have hype. I definitely, if you're looking for profit, stay away from posters, in my opinion. I mean, it could be.
I freaking love you guys. You know that. I just want to add value to the comments here. Also, I love to troll. Let's go.
High IQ moon boys.
Let's go. Saying that made us, yeah.
Bro.
We love your comments though. You've been subbed like one of our OGs. So
thank you, Liam.
I realized the Vault closes app if you delete files, and I haven't downloaded every single file back.
Oh, that makes sense. I definitely think a lot of those issues come down to storage, because like my phone is at max storage and I definitely encounter issues like that. But I think if it's open, it's a lot easier.
Think about how many TODDs get bought every day to hodl forever, for real.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been to a Disney store when it first opens in the morning? First person would get a key every month. Was a different key. Very cool. Oh, let's go.
That's cool. Yeah, I really don't know much about Disney. I'm not a big Disney fan because I don't. Have you ever been to Disneyland, Carter?
Yeah.
What did you think?
And that's the Florida one, right?
Or Disney World.
Whatever one's in Florida, I've been to when I was a kid, like multiple times.
Yeah. I just like my memories are like standing in lines for like 4 hours.
I remember
to ride something that takes like less than 30 minutes.
I've never been a fan of like riding stuff. So
yeah,
I remember like walking around and having a bunch of people. And then I remember going on this is like probably like Epcot or something that was on some like little ride that goes over a bridge. And then there's like crocodiles and alligators in the bottom. Oh my God. I was terrified. I started crying. Never went on that ride again.
I wonder if that's like Treasure Island or something. I swear there's a ride for that. But my best memory of Disney, like there are some really cool rides and stuff, but aside from waiting in the lines and stuff, like bro, their churros smack at Disney. I don't know what they put in those, but I just remember like I had never had a churro and they were selling them at Disney.
What's a churro?
It's like deep fried like dough, I think, with some like brown sugar on it or something. It's kind of like an elephant ear, but like a stick.
We need churro NFTs, VV. If anybody wants.
Bro. We need high IQ Moon Boy NFTs.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Thoughts on Wonder Woman right now being so premature compared to Superman and Batman?
Yeah, I think
I mean, out of those, I'd maybe buy Wonder Woman right now. So if that tells you anything.
Yeah, I think Wonder Woman has catching up to do and has been slept on. I think eventually we'll see that peak over 1K. Probably more, but I think once Harley Quinn hits 1K, then we can expect to see Wonder Woman hit 1K next.
Watch the video from yesterday. I was thinking about the utility of land could be renting, would almost be like farming. Yeah. I really hope they do land right. Like I would be so happy if they did land right. I think kind of nervous. I'm nervous on their land. I don't know if they're going to be able to compete with some people, but like they'll obviously always have the collectible side. Like there's nobody that's going to step in and beat them at this point. Like
when it comes to land, I think based on their track record, I think they should do it right, because they seem to take feedback from the community into account for a lot of things. We've seen it with the Master Collector program, the OMI collector or the OMI staking program and all that. And land is similar. And I think they'll take our feedback into account I think it'll be a process of Medium articles, feedback from the community, lashback or whatever, like just people getting super pissed about random aspects of it. They'll make some changes and they'll get there. But I think for land in the VeVeVerse, I'm thinking they have to outsource it because
They
their team
definitely
size,
do.
like there is no way. And I know they'll grow, and who knows how large their team will get, but I really think that's going to require like a
If
massive team and a
if
lot
they
of like,
haven't started yet and they're planning on doing it their own team, we won't get it until like 2030. Like
yeah.
we actually won't get it till 2030. But they've already they're working on it for
Yeah,
sure.
they think of things way ahead of us, from what I think. But
Why
we're
do you
just,
guys think they would add to already minted items?
I mean, they have with previous things, so I don't
Right,
know
yeah,
now
but
that they're on
there's
Immutable
definitely.
X if that changes it. But I do think that, I mean, we've seen that
But wait,
happen
when did we
before.
say this? Like, why are they
Uh,
asking this?
why do you guys think they would add to already minted? I think when we're talking about maybe like uh Deadpool and the
Oh, no, no,
sweater.
no. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. They're talking about like adding animations and stuff
Yeah,
because
or
they've already
like,
added animations
yeah,
to
yeah,
like Ripmo.
yeah.
They do, yeah, they can
The
do stuff
book
like that.
of Necronomicon.
Yeah.
There's been multiple things that would suggest they might do it again in the future, but on IMX we don't know
And they've
since they
said
haven't
they
done it.
wanted to animate. Like, I think Todd's going to be animated at some point.
Yeah, probably.
It'll
And when
probably
it
be
does,
years, but
yeah,
it'll be at some point. And I think other stuff will be animated too. I
yeah, I
think that
definitely
art
think
might be.
though that's on the back burners. Like when they have everything going smoothly and are tackling other issues, I think they'll probably have a team dedicated to going back and like making previously dropped ones better or like adding stuff to them.
Thoughts on Powerpuff Girls? Bubbles and Mooned, but Buttercup and Blossom have made a pretty big jump recently. I think they settled down, or should I give into my FOMO? Never give into the FOMO. But if you think it's a good decision, then do it. I
Yeah, I
don't know.
think
That's a hard one. I have,
those are
I
really
have,
hard.
yeah, I have the first series of the Powerpuff Girls, so I think it's a good one. Wait, I'm gonna check the prices. They did moon a little bit. I was thinking about. I had a duplicate Blossom I almost sold, but I think it went down.
I just don't. I never follow these, so I don't really know. But I think they have good potential. They look really good. They're that nice, simple type of art style that I think Vivi does really well. And
I mean,
season one.
Blossom was up to what, like 310 earlier, and it's down to 240 again. I mean, I think you're chilling. I don't think it pumped crazy, and it's still the third set ever on VV, and they look good. I mean, I think if you like those, I would go for them. Walt or Risso?
Risso. Don't even think about that. Risso. Do not think about that.
I don't know, mate.
Why?
Because at this point, it's already a thing that Walt is the Walt. That's the
Yeah.
reason that it has to be.
It's only the Walt though,
considered.
because the community's told everybody
Oh,
that
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Walt's
whoa,
this
whoa,
big
whoa,
thing
whoa,
though.
whoa, whoa, whoa. This depends. If you can get the full series of Golden Moments, go with Walt. If you can get the full series of Batman, go with Risso. That's what you have to decide between, because you can't go Walt and then have like Todd and the rest of that series and not get any Golden Moments. Vice versa. So whatever one you can get the complete set of all of the Golden Moments or Batman, I would go with that.
I'm anti-Walt though, for those of you who don't know, so I'm biased in that, but I'd definitely go Risso because I think that boy is bad axe and first set.
I've always loved Risso.
Yeah, Risso looks so clean, bro. That dude is ripped.
Yeah, he's so clean, bro. That dude is ripped. I got 350.
Yeah, sorry, we sound like straight idiots sometimes. Like a lot of the things we do are like joking around, but I feel like people don't see that most of the time.
That one going up. I sent it. Okay, I gotta stop checking prices. We're gonna get off here soon, but we'd love to see a video on MCP strategy and most efficient way to earn points. Yes, we will put that out eventually here in the near future. That's selling uncommon Spider-Man to buy a common Mickey out of a rare Spider-Man.
Probably. I think diversifying would be good. I don't think you can go wrong with that Spider-Man, and I don't really think you can go wrong with the Steamboat Willie based on the community.
Rare Spider-Man's up at 750. That's pretty clean.
Yeah, I don't know. I think diversifying that would be good. What up?
Let's
Black
go.
Vigil.
Who here checked out the Saints of New York Discord?
Haven't seen it. Let me look that up. Uprising, the
Uprising art
of one of his covers of John Mayer. When you guys said John Mayer, though, all I thought was like the artist, the musical artist, and I was like, "What are you guys talking about with John Mayer and NFTs?"
Uprising 2D was John Mayer's album cover.
Oh,
looking forward to getting more MCU characters.
Uprising
Thanos
John
snapping. Let's
Mayer.
Go. Honeypot is a rug pull, pretty sure. I don't know what Honeypot is. Oh, is that the Dragon Ball Z thing or something like that? Naruto? No, it's Naruto thing, I think, right?
What is it? I can't see.
Honeypot?
I'm not sure. No. Honeypot is like the scam type, and it's basically, it's like in VV how you can't take your money out, like how your money is like locked in something, but it is as like true as that might technically be. Like you can, I mean, I know people who pull out money all the time. It's just you have to do it outside of the app, and you have to do it at a lower rate than 1-to-1. But yeah, I think because when I looked it up, it mentioned that like honeypot scams are like common in crypto or something like that, which I think would make sense.
Yeah. I asked that thing question because I was looking to buy something for cheap for someone to get them into Vivi. I think gems for drops is better, bait. LOL.
Yeah, I would agree, just because I don't know, if you get them a gift, I think that's cool. And like if you got them a thing and that's like the kind of capital or whatever they can start with, I think that's cool. And that's
I think that's a good one.
Yeah, you can definitely
cheap,
start with
looks
that because
good.
you can get 2 comics, you can flip those comics up over time. And I think, I don't know, that route I think is really nice to take, just because like that route of flipping comics helps you learn the market, how it works when things open up and throughout the day after a drop, and just kind of gets you used to like how the market works in general, so you can make larger plays as you get more gems. But
I'm so annoyed I was about to sell my visible Labbit for Harley Quinn. So annoyed that I didn't do that. That sucks, but I do think the visible Labbit will get its turn.
Yes, the visible and neon visible I think are going to be the grails. The neon visible especially I think will be the grails of the first series Labbits, and I think the Labbits can do, have the potential to do amazing things in the future.
Dave, you said Vivi will see 1 billion this year. You think we'll see Pokemon? I do think we'll see Pokemon.
I
you don't think this year we will?
No.
Mate, I think we will. I definitely think we will. I think if they don't do it, another project's going to come out.
If we see the region, whatever, or localization, whatever it's called, open up to other countries and regions,
I think we'll definitely see that in 2022.
Yeah, I think it has to happen after that, and I could see it happening. I just still feel like they'll wait to be safe, because without Pokemon alone, they could continue doing what they're doing. Like Liam was joking, they could literally drop toenail clippings and people would buy it in half a second. And so I don't know. I could see it happening, but I could also see them waiting until things are perfected, like the app, so that experiences like that don't deter users from sticking with it just because of Pokemon. But I also think it's possible we see Pokemon way earlier than we expect.
I think we see Pokemon in this year for sure. What's the top 3 undervalued NFTs?
It's hard right now. There's been a lot of changes, but I also don't know if I want to speak on this.
Donnie,
some things I'm looking at.
Secret Rare Spider-Man, and
the
Secret
007
Rare
ticket.
comic. Yeah, the 007 ticket too. Those are all the most undervalued.
I would say, that's hard.
Yeah, that is hard. I don't know.
I think Doctor Doom has kind of been slept on throughout this little pump, but it has been DC stuff, so I understand that Marvel kind of has been lacking. But I think
there's definitely
all of the independent artist stuff is like completely slept on right now. Like even the Labbits have been completely ignored during this pump. The ultra rare Dunny has seen some life, some action, but the other rarities haven't seen any love, and a little bit, but not that much. I definitely think the independent artist stuff, like the person was saying with the 800 mint drops from Decon, all that stuff is super cheap.
1 drop a day. Yeah, Pokemon, and 1 drop a day equals 1 billion.
Literally,
yeah, they're going to hit 1 billion. They're definitely going to hit 1 billion. I think Vivo partnered when it comes to LAN. Yeah. Thoughts on Recurve Pass? We're gonna be making a video here soon. We're
I
gonna be
have,
ending this real
yeah.
soon.
I'm so hyped to make the recurve video just because it's an interesting project. I'm not in it or anything like that, but
I think Labbits will be able to breed and we'll be able to burn for meat and heal our characters. That would be so cool.
wait, what? Like, what do you mean by heal?
Probably
You have to
like if
sacrifice one to save another.
I was thinking they meant like if kind of like Minecraft, like yeah, you have to eat meat. I was thinking something like that, but I don't know what they mean.
I think, yeah, there's so much potential. And if you listen to Kozik, that's what I love about the project. Mans is ambitious. Like, he's open to so many ideas. It seems like he relays a bunch of ideas to Veve, and he said like they've never turned him down. It's just always been an issue of putting things out on time. And so I think the Labbits have huge potential, and it's nice to know that the artist behind it is really advocating for like some next level stuff, not just, it doesn't seem like he's just dropping stuff to cash grab. Like, I know he's made good money off from it, but he seems to want to do a lot with it and seems to be open to input and everything.
Gary Vee released another video about NFTs and the fact that he had an interview with Mark Zuckerberg. I wonder if he will have the opportunity to introduce his NFTs into the metaverse.
I think he will at some point. I mean, some metaverse. If it's meta, and he had an interview with Mark Zuckerberg, which I watched some of that and it was interesting, but I definitely, I think his NFTs will find their way into the metaverse, but
yeah, I'm definitely curious about how everything's going to play out with, because that metaverse is going to be the best metaverse there is.
Yeah. Well, honestly, that interview with Mark Zuckerberg is an interesting one to check out because what an interesting individual. Like, so interesting. I don't even know. Just watching him in the like Facebook ad where it's like all like, I don't know, just awkward. And then watching him in the interview was like, it's very weird to see how different he is in different situations because he was acting all normal in the interview. And then, the commercials for Meta are not the best look.
Risso was the biggest thing on the app for months and months early last year until Harley Quinn 19 overtook after Donnie. Risso could really come back because as high as TODD goes, we'll push Risso higher. Yeah. People will take profits from TODD and push it into Risso, definitely.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
Just like, if I saw Risso under TODD, I'd buy it. So,
yeah. And scarcity has not really been taken into account. It doesn't seem like this is something Carter and I were trying to touch on for a minute, but I think now that people are kind of taking that into account again, I think Risso.
Yeah, and it's like
potential.
TODD has the FA tag, but really they all came out at the same time. So it's like who really cares that much, even though they're all first edition. So
I don't know much about the Risso as an artist. I know Todd Mack has the backing since he was like the big artist and made his own like comic book I don't know, franchise or whatever company, but I still think that Risso, that scarcity, the product itself looks really nice. And like Carter said, like they were all dropped at the same time, pretty much. They're all part of the first drop on Veve. So yeah.
No Pokemon to localization. Trust me, guys. Yeah, that's probably true. I'm just saying I want it earlier because I want it.
It's possible though, because they could do it. I think it would make sense for them to do it to reward earlier people.
Yeah.
And so I hope they would. But then again, I also think that if they can do a drop where there's 100,000 plus mints of each Pokemon, they're gonna make bank. Bro, oh my god, they could
if they drop this on Pokemon Day, which is like February, it's gonna be
no way though, because that's so early.
It's so
if they do though, things are gonna go crazy. 2022 will be a year.
Yeah, there's gonna be oh my god, just thinking about. I want every Nintendo character on the app. Like,
there's so many possibilities. Like, there's so much potential.
Do you guys experience a glitch in the market where it says there are no collectibles to show? Yeah, that's the most annoying glitch ever.
Yeah, that's definitely the most annoying recent one that I've encountered. I think you just I exit my
this right here.
That's what I was saying. Like, watch his meta commercials where he's advertising it and like exactly what you're saying, but then in the interview with Gary Vee, he like opens up and like he has like, I don't know, just
There's a
more.
glitch in the Matrix, and
Yeah,
he
it's
talks.
weird.
He talks like a person.
And check out his like Harvard lectures or whatever, or like I don't know. He lectured at some like Ivy Leagues, and he sounds a lot more natural there, and he's like opening up more and really interesting.
Seems crazy that the market cap for the Venture logo is the smallest of all the golden moments. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it does too, because it's the least appealing out of everything.
And like, I mean, the hat is known to be the first Disney NFT. Like they just put that out on their Twitter. And then the skateboard could possibly be driven around the universe. I mean, the VV-verse. And then I think that's the only other 2 items that I could think of from that.
Have they released the article for Mermicornos yet?
No, I don't think so. That's probably not going to come till like
Thursday. Yeah, I forgot we have a while to go.
Our boy's Finn is pumping. I've been selling off his way up. I still have 10 more. Let's go. We got 10 of them. I have 7 of them. Catch Pokemon by exploring the VV-verse. Ooh, that's going to be crazy. Let's go, VV-Vision. I want Final Fantasy 7 NFTs.
Those would be crispy. There's literally anything. They can bring anything to the app, and I bet it sells out. And I don't know. They've made a lot of stuff look really good. So
yeah, we're about to end it for real this time. Bubbles is a lot less of a mint compared to Buttercup and Blossom. Take a look at Mojo Jojo. It's up almost 125% in 2 days. Yeah, Bubbles has got a very small mintage. So when we get Labbits, we can breed them. Do you reckon? Hey, I like that. We'll be able to sell baby Labbits for gems, and which will be worth more than the 2 Labbits or 2 adults. I don't think it'll be worth more, but I think it'll be.
I think it could. It depends on how the community receives the Littens, because like I personally don't think the Littens look better, so I might be prioritizing like the OGs. But then if nobody breeds them and only a few people breed them, you could end up with like 5 of like neon mixed with the Labricorn, and that rarity is insane. And so I think their price could be higher. Yeah, I think it'll vary depending on the breed.
If they burn them, that will definitely.
I think they will. So I think it'll be a big deal, because like decreasing the supply of the OGs while also creating a very limited supply of the new breeded ones. But I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see.
Did you yawn or did I yawn?
I'm about to yawn looking at this. It is crazy. It's weird how yawning is contagious, like how seeing it makes you do it.
Comment Mickey or Wonder Woman thoughts on Batman 89. I don't know what one. Oh, Batman 89's. You would, Ben. You would. That's so rude. Everybody out here going to sleep or something. Comment Mickey or Wonder Woman thoughts on Batman number 89. I would go Wonder Woman just because it's the FA.
I don't know Batman 89, but
Batman 89 is, I think, the Batman Who Laughs in Series 5.
Yeah, Batman Who Laughs is crispy.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
And he's in the profile pictures for
they're advertising
the
on.
Yeah, and it says like customizable or something, so you can probably customize him too. And last question. Oh, the second to last question. Street Fighter 6 would be announced in 2022. They released that. I'm dropping bucks. Yeah, that'll be crazy.
I think they will drop it with that.
Okay, the last question. Which do you like more, the collectibles or comics?
It's easy
the
for me.
Collectibles.
Yeah, collectibles, but George Perez comics. That boy is a master. Every comic he drops in the app, I'm buying at least one, probably multiple, because that dude changed comic art in my eyes. Like I don't know all the history, but George Perez, that dude is a master. His comics stand out like crazy. I saw comments of people saying like how they're the only comics that they could actually get into, which I definitely agree with. They're not your stereotypical comic layout and stuff, and so I love those. But collectibles take the cake for me, just because.
Yeah, just because, I mean, it's easier to convince somebody to buy an NFT if it's a collectible.
I think the comics are easy to convince too, just because, like,
really,
the Marvel #1, people can't even get that in real life, and you can own one on your phone that you can buy. Could have bought for $7.
None of my friends, I guess.
Yeah,
that's definitely a way to convince somebody, but none of my friends are interested in the comics.
Yeah, I mean, same here. I just think like it's possible when just comparing real, like the physical value versus the new digital. But yeah,
Definitely.
personally, I'm with collectibles. I'm really interested in the comics. I love them, but I'm more of a fan of the collectibles.
That's it for the video, guys. If you guys liked it, please drop a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. At 4,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away, I think we got like a couple comics, and if anybody else wants to donate to the comics, then feel free to do so. So yeah, if you guys like the video, drop a like, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the little bell icon next to the subscribe button if you haven't made a friend when we post. This is Veve Vision. Oh!